these are wild, these are crazy people, and they're trying to burn down buildings, including federal buildings. And when you go out to Portland and you see what's happening in Portland, this is like nobody's ever seen anything like it every night, and this has gone on for years. They just burned the place down, and many people have died over the years in Portland. Portland is, I don't know how anybody lives there. It's amazing. Many people have died over the years in Portland. Portland is, I don't know how anybody lives there. It's amazing.
So Donald Trump is under the impression that Portland is burning to the ground, that we have protests every day, the place is a mess, there's crime everywhere, dogs and cats sleeping together. It's just a horrible place to be right now. Well, I'm going to drive down to Portland. We're going to go to the ICE office, and we're going to see what's happening down in Portland to see if anyone is actually, you know, burning the city to the ground or any of that stuff. That, you know, to the point where we need the National Guard to step in. Let's go take a look. So here we are at the immigration place, the ICE facility, where they've supposedly been having these big riots. Now, I will tell you that almost every window on the bottom floor is boarded up. So there's been a little chaos here, and they're just taking preventive measures. I don't see it. I don't see the place on fire. I don't know. There are a few protesters. The place is definitely not burning to the ground. That's all there is to it. So you got a couple people over there, some signs, there's some graffiti, but there's nothing going on. Maybe everyone wants to be at home, you know, getting ready for the strip clubs and breweries. Who knows? Let's go look at some more of Portland. I just talked to a truck driver from Johnsonville, Tennessee, and he said where I really want to go see some battling is at the federal building in downtown. So we're on our way right now to watch the battle of the federal government and apparently Antifa. Off we go. It appears the rioters decided to take half days on Fridays this year because there's nothing going on here. This is the federal building, which was most famously the scene of this. Someone brought their llama. I want to hug the llama. Can you hug her? Will you hold that for me? There's people watching on the internet. Since then, the grass is all green again. They don't have boarded up windows anymore. Now, this is where a few years back, you saw those fences erected and people were just protesting. It was like 20 people deep. That was pretty bad. This, however, is not National Guard worthy, if you ask me. Get caught driving a pink purple car like that, you should be arrested, but that's just my opinion. So this is about the area where we used to be able to find a lot of tents. That's not really as much a thing over here anymore since we've pretty much cleaned it up. Now, am I saying there are no homeless? Absolutely not. There are homeless here in Portland. There's a lot of them. That's our big mall here. They got some security guards out there. Yeah, that's fine. Every mall has them. But there's no boarded up buildings around here. Do you see any? Where are those boarded up buildings I keep hearing about? Here comes the Max. It's not on fire. That's good.
Wake up! Sunrise, riddled.
Trans boy reads.
The same letters one day would read Charlotte.
As you can see behind me, the Apple Store is under attack by rioters and Antifa and everything else. There's a big line of them standing there just waiting to buy new MacBooks. Apple Store's fine, it's not under fire. I am enjoying the trans boy reads thing. I didn't have any money to give to him or I would. This guy in the bus stop seems like he's got a couple issues going on. he's talking to someone on the bench that isn't there. That's always fun. All right, let's move on. Portland is not a war zone, and it's not burning to the ground. That's just a fact. If you've been watching the news lately, I'm sure you've seen that, apparently they're deploying troops to Portland to take care of the city that's just in flames, and it's a war zone. These are all the things that have been thrown around. And, why would anyone live here? Well, it's a nice city. I mean, it's got its problems. We do have protesters, and, they kind of clash with the ICE agents almost every single night, which I think is a little bit much. The point's been made, guys. Go home. I mean, the only thing you're bothering right now, the only thing you're accomplishing is angering all the local residents who got to hear that crap every night. So, go home. It's over. The point has been made. Now, I do believe in protests, and if you've got an axe to grind, you should be down there protesting. That's my personal belief. I mean, think of something you care about. I don't know, the Second Amendment. If they were going to take that right away, what would you be doing? Probably be doing a lot more than just protesting. So, everyone's got a right to protest. That's in our Constitution. When it just drags on and it turns into a riot, that's when there's a problem. But the whole premise that the entire city is engulfed in flames, burning to the ground, and it's unlivable, which I've heard that too. It's unlivable right now. Does this look unlivable to you? What's this guy got going on? Ben Bridge doesn't have any glass or boarded up windows. Omega doesn't. Ben and Jerry seems to be doing okay. Nobody's painted the otters anymore. That was a thing for a while. Every city in the Pacific Northwest has a Pioneer Square. This is Portland's. And they have some function going on. That's why there's a bunch of fences up, not to keep people out that, are committing crime or homeless. This place usually stays pretty clean. Honestly, I think that's the first closed up shop I've seen since I've been down here today. Now, when I went down there to do all this filming, it was Friday the 26th of September, 2025. I went during the day, around 4 to 5 o'clock at night. I was down in front of the ice place. Wasn't much going on like you saw in the video. At night, they do have protests every night, and it sucks. And I'm not saying Portland doesn't have some problems. Our crime is getting better. Over the last 4 years, it's gone down every single year, an incredible amount. Put that right here. But we still have problems. My only thing here is the just misinformation. The city's not burning to the ground. It's not a war zone. It's not out of control. They've got some protests that need to be dealt with. I just think the money the troops get to be deployed here, which is expensive. I'm a soldier. I've been deployed many times before, even with the National Guard during the Los Angeles riots. I was paid really good for that, and so was everyone else. I just think that deploying a bunch of troops to patrol the city where nothing bad is going on is a complete waste of money. If you really want to spend some good money, spend it on stopping those smash and grabs where like 50 people run into a store and just steal everything. That's plaguing the United States. That's killing retailers, and that's killing cities. When that starts happening and it gets all over the news, it's just bad. The money, in my opinion, would be better used there. Portland, Oregon, and the rest of the United States have a lot of things that need to be fixed. This really isn't one of them. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other. Got some modern art, which really looks like to me like some city official has a nephew that just got out of welding school. But we make our modern art here out of metal. I think I gotta find my car. I forget where the hell I parked. Let's see how that works out. Look at this thing. Right out here on the sidewalk. No one's breaking into it. It's amazing. Breaking the law again, walking across the traffic. All right, let's figure out where the fuck I parked my car. I think that might be it. This is where the Batmobile comes out of. So I think you could tell by this little walk around so far that there's nothing in Portland that warrants a National Guard or a giant federal presence. It's a waste of money. Now, if the people really wanted the National Guard to come in and solve some problems that aren't there, that's fine. It just costs a lot of money to do that. And we're talking about saving money and all that, but we're doing this? That's insane. Downtown Portland, Oregon, they got flowers growing unmolested. For situations like this, I actually have an air tag in my car. As you can tell, I never have it together. Well, according to this, my car is miles and miles away at home, but it is not. think it's this up here. Maybe it's that down there.
Wake up, wake up. Sunrise, riddled with
Transboy reads.
at irregular intervals.